Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias.
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What looking at you, give me funny, lad.
Grammy Award winner Maya joins us.
How are you?
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, the Boat, Brad Gilmore.
Jon Voight, the legend. Father of Angelina Jolie, Academy Award winner. He is one of the most recognizable stars in the history of cinema. And he's going to join us right now to talk about the new movie Mercy, which is in select theaters today, May the 12th. And if you're hearing this later, it's on digital May the 19th. So let's get to my conversation with the one and only Mr. Jon Voight. 3, 2. And he joins me right now. You know this man from the stage, screen, and all in between. He is an Academy Award-winning Best Actor. We're talking about the brand new movie Mercy, which is out in select theaters today, and you can get it on digital May the 19th. He is the legend himself, Mr. Jon Voight. Jon, thank you for joining us here in the Houston, Texas airwaves.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be with you.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about Mercy.
I'm talking to you from Bulgaria.
Well, how is Bulgaria right now? How is Bulgaria treating you?
I'm so glad to get a touch of home, you see. I'm calling. But how's Bulgaria? Really nice. Enjoying being here. And, this is a former communist country. And these people, they seem like, when people are chained to something and then they're released, they're so happy and they're so humble and grateful for every little thing, and that's the way these people are here. They're very charming, nice people, hardworking, and always have a smile. So it's good.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, well, I have to make it to Bulgaria one day. But we're talking about the movie Mercy, a new thriller that's out now in select theaters here in the U.S. and digital on May the 19th. Talk to me about what attracted you about this movie, because I'm sure you get scripts sent to you all the time and you have offers on the table and you have that great benefit of being selective with your process. What about Mercy kind of drew you to that project?
Well, the story is a very exciting one. And the characters, there are several characters, prominent characters, and one of the characters is played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. He plays my son in it. I play the head of an Irish mob that gets in trouble in a hospital area, and there's a military person with military background who saves the day, a woman. But working with this team of people and working with Jonathan Rhys-Meyers as my son was really a special pleasure because I've seen his work and I really enjoyed his work. And I worked with him once before. And he's a very, very special talent. And when you get to work with those special talents, and I've been with many of them over the years, these great talents, it's a great joy. So you'll see a very special performance by that gentleman. Yeah, and hopefully me too. I'm in there too. My performance is pretty good too. So you're gonna like it. You're gonna like this movie.
Yeah, no, the movie is great. And when you talk about your performance, you're the head of an Irish mob, a very menacing character that you play, very intimidating on screen, might I add. And you have an accent in the movie, and I'm sure obviously accents aren't anything new to you or new to an actor. But what? How do you kind of formulate how this character is going to speak, especially when it's not in a dialect, I guess, that's native to you?
Well, I did a pretty successful turn in a movie called The General. Not a leading part, but a very good part. And with Gleason. I can't remember his first name now for some reason, but great actor, great Irish actor. And I had to play an Irishman at that time, and I had the help of some people who were local people there, terrific people, and terrific. They had these wonderful accents. And as you may know, everybody who has an accent, every accent is slightly different, and you have to really absorb it and make it your own, and then have some fun with it. And that's what I do when I do an accent. And I enjoy accents because when I was a little boy, I had a grandfather who was from Czechoslovakia, and he never really quite learned the English language. So he had a very heavy accent, and he was a lot of fun, a wonderful person.
Oh, that's great to hear.
I enjoyed imitating.
Yeah.
You want to hear what he used to say? Here's an accent. This is my grandfather. I said, Johnny, what's the matter with you, John? What's the matter with you? Look at that. Look at that there. What you did. What's the matter with mine for you? Anyway, stuff like that.
You can still slip right into it all these years later, huh?
Well, I love the guy. He was such a great guy. But he only had a few words that he could count on to communicate with his grandchildren. He was really a fun fellow. Anyway.
It's incredible, just to be able to, like you said, I think it's the appeal of acting, is why people love movies, and it's why people are going to love Mercy, to kind of dive into the story and really believe the character. And I think it's hard for someone with the caliber of yourself and the name recognition that you have. I found myself not seeing Jon Voight on the screen. I found myself seeing your character. And I think that that's a testament to your performance and how compelling the story Mercy is, that you kind of lose everybody in it.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's a good movie, and has a little something to say. I mean, it touches us in that way. We care for these people. We care for the family of this crazy family in some way. We're certainly not rooting for them to be successful.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We understand them. We understand them. The crisis of a father who was a crazy son.
Now, the movie again is Mercy. Yes, yeah, you're exactly right. And the movie is Mercy. It's out in theaters right now, in select theaters here in the States, and also on digital, May the 19th. I'd be remiss, John, if I didn't bring up two of my favorite movies that you've been in, a series of movies, because they were so impactful for me when I saw them, was the National Treasure series that you had with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
I love these movies. I love American history. Talk to me about working on the films, and is there stuff that you took away that you got to learn about this great country of ours that you weren't aware of previously?
God bless you. Yeah, this is very. I'm glad you brought it up. Those pictures are really special pictures, and they do have. They show you a little bit of Americana as they go through it, stuff that you perhaps didn't know. And then, of course, it's an adventure story, it's an action story, and all of that, too. And a love story, too. But, those movies are very lovely. And we did two of them. And then Jerry Bruckheimer, who produced it, was looking to do a third. But because the movies are so rich, so difficult to do in terms of it's a puzzle that has to be figured out. It has to be very, very complex, and it has to draw the audience into trying to figure out the puzzle with Nick Cage and the team. It's a very difficult movie to make, and they weren't able to come up with it. But now they've got a new one in the hopper. So there's going to be another National Treasure. And I'm very, very glad about that.
Oh wow, that's great news.
Yeah, and you're the first to hear it.
Well, I appreciate that, because I love those movies, and like you said, it gives you that slice of Americana, and it really gives you an appreciation for the rich history of this country and all the incredible people that helped build it.
And I'm crazy about our founding fathers. I enjoy going back because it's almost unbelievable when you see what they wrote and what they created. In terms of our Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, and the problems that they solved along the way, and the bravery that they that they evidenced in taking on the overthrow of the tyranny that they were dealing with, so that they could have a country where there's free speech and all the things we cherish. And these guys were all giants, all of them. So you read their work, and it's quite unbelievable what they had done. And we really, when you see that, then you say, well, okay, what's my responsibility at this time? Can I contribute? That's what I think happens when you get acquainted with people like Ben Franklin and George Washington and Hamilton, these great souls,
Well,
Jefferson. You say, what? This is my time now of life. What can I contribute? I may not be as eloquent as these people, but can I do something to keep this alive for the next generations? So anyway,
you absolutely have for everything that you've given us as far as your performances on screen in Mercy. We can add to the pantheon and the legacy of Jon Voight in great performances. The movie is incredible. Thank you, Jon, so much for taking the time all the way from Bulgaria to spend some time with us this morning. I know you're a busy guy, so I really appreciate it, Jon.
Hey, listen, it's very nice to talk to you. Much love to you. God bless.
Hurry up, tape running out.